Looks like a bit of a prison there. They've got some. Is this place even open? Oh, open.
That's why I called it Nightmare on Berry Street, because it literally looks like it should not be open.
Yeah.
It's my opinion is almost to the point where it's so bad and horrific in there that it seems like it got to be a cover up for something else. But that's just me.
The more stores you look at, the less impressed you'll be by that. All right, let's call Lucy. Here we go. Stand by.
All right.
Lucille? Lucille?
Yes.
Hi, Lucille. My name is Danny. I'm looking at some commercial space here in Fort Worth on Berry Street. I wanted to see if we could talk lease terms.
If you could do what now?
I'm interested in leasing the space from you.
Okay, you're saying what now? I'm not quite understanding what you're saying.
I would like to lease some space from you. The young lady at the tax office provided your number and said that you worked for the landlord.
The young lady at the tax office. Okay, what about it?
I'd like to lease it from you.
Lease what?
There's a laundromat located there. Are you not affiliated with this location?
I'm very much affiliated with it.
Very much.
But that's what I'm asking you. What are you trying to lease? You talked about tax office. Then you talked
No, that's
about...
where I got your number, young lady, from the tax office. Do you own
Really?
Do you own the building?
When did you get the number from the tax office?
This weekend?
I don't think so, sir. I don't think so.
Wally tax office gave me your phone number. Okay, I don't know why I'd make up such a thing. Lucille?
Sir, I'm Lucille.
Yes, that's who I'm trying to reach. Yes, ma'am. I want to rent. You don't own the building, right?
That's why I'm confused.
Okay, let's start over. You don't know me. We've never met. I want to rent some space from you. And the young lady in the or the guy in the tax office told me that you owned the building. Or you work for the landlord. I don't know which.
Okay. The building is out. Let's just stop going through the tape. The building is not up for lease, sir.
Do you run the laundromat?
I do.
Okay. And you do not own the building?
The building is not up for lease, sir.
Okay. You're obviously not the landlord. I apologize. When are you going to be replacing that equipment? I'd like to come in and do my laundry.
Say it again?
When are you going to replace the laundromat equipment? This is the worst laundromat I've ever seen.
Okay, well, go to another laundromat, sir. There are plenty of them in town.
Customer service.
As a matter of fact, if you just go down the street, all over Fort Worth, there are plenty. So if I'm not providing the service that you need, go to another laundromat.
So the truth is, you're the operator, and when you answer your phone, you lie to people? I can't hear you.
There are different stores and different everything.
Hold on, let me write that down on your Yelp review. Let me write that on your... Lucy.
Go where you're satisfied.
Lucy.
But don't call me an insult.
The worst laundromat I've ever seen.
Go where you are satisfied. Go where you're satisfied. It's real simple.
Well, you know what's simple? You need to replace the equipment. Let me know when you'd like me to... Let me know when you need... Let me know when you want to talk.
Go where you're satisfied.
Go where I'm satisfied.
Yeah, if you don't like it, go somewhere else.
On the 25th of January, the operator of the laundromat told me to go somewhere else. Wonderful Yelp review.
That is true, and I will tell you that again. When you call me to insult me, when you don't know what's going on, yes, that is an insult.
I'm blind.
If you don't like it,
I can't see.
You don't like it, go.
I can't hear after talking to you. Hello?
Why are you talking about now?
Hello?
Go where you satisfied, David, and pay all that extra money. Go where you are satisfied.
Does it cost extra?
Put your money in those machines. Put all your extra money in those machines. Okay?
Would you like some free advice? Would you like some free advice today? I have free advice for you so you can change the outlook of your laundromat. Would you like to hear it?
No, I don't.
No.
Because God speaks to me.
God speaks to you through what? Your dog?
My God, God.
Right,
My
through your
God
dog?
is a dog, and that's another insult.
What? Who's insulting you, young lady?
You are.
I wonder
You
how
call
God.
it my
How does God? So
my
God
God is
speaks
my
with you.
word.
Speaks
call
to you in the
him a dog.
normal way.
You calling him a dog. So
You
go
can
where
see
you
my.
satisfied, sir. Why are you wasting your time on me? Go where you satisfied.
Would you like some free advice on how to operate the
No, I
laundromat
don't.
better?
Go where you are satisfied.
Take the
and
bar.
give them free advice. Go where you are
Calm
satisfied
down.
and give them free
Google.
advice. Don't give me nothing.
You should Google how to
Go where you
operate a
satisfied.
laundromat. There's a lot of free advice on YouTube.
Hey, you go where you are satisfied, and you go and do your clothes there. Real simple.
You should Google how to operate a laundromat.
It's real simple, sir.
Go where you are satisfied. Go where you are satisfied.
Yes.
Go where you are satisfied.
It's a simple formula.
Is it simple?
If you don't like mine, go somewhere else.
Try this. Calm down and write this down. How to operate a successful coin laundromat. Put it into Google. You might be surprised. You might find some free information. Why'd you give up? Oh, that was fun. So, Will, what you did is you provided the contact telephone number for the operator, not the landlord.
Yeah, I knew Wally was lying.
Well, we both figured it out pretty quick, of course. But now you understand why I don't pick up the telephone and call operators. There's no point in it. She's at her wit's end.
Yeah, she still won't answer that question. When you like, hey, Wally, she was like, it's not for legal.
No, but it doesn't matter. Let's back up. It doesn't matter who I talk to as long as they are either the landlord or the landlord's representative or agent. Here's what you did. You went into the tax office and you spoke to somebody who was not really understanding what you were saying or what you were trying to get, and they gave you the contact phone number for the laundromat operator. That's all. And I called her, and she screamed and yelled and ranted and raved. So lesson learned. What I'm looking for, this is our first interaction. We've made a couple of calls, and one of the numbers you provided is just wrong. It's okay.
I got Wally's number now. He's the one that told me she's the operator and landlord. I made sure I was very clear as far as my communication. So that was my second time I went by there twice.
Okay, dude, I'm not picking on you. All I'm saying is this happens. She hasn't been tipped off. She doesn't know what's happening. What I need from you is the contact phone number for the landlord or his representative and or real estate agent. That's all.
Oh yeah, I got Wally's number.
Oh, look at this. It's Charlie Richman calling back. Imagine our luck. Stay where you're at.
All right.
Charlie Richman. Really good. Danny D'Angelo.
How are you?
Really well. So if I have this correct, you have a laundromat space in lovely Dallas, and you and your group is making an attempt to lease the space on Craigslist.
Yeah, it's online. Craigslist is one of the outlets that we use.
Sure. Well, that's where my partner found it. So just FYI, I got your text. You've got several people excited and interested. I'm not surprised at all. When you put this on Craigslist rather than the MLS, you're going to have folks coming out of the woodwork. Our background, I've been in laundries for 15 years. We are always looking for infrastructure, and we sign long-term 15-year leases and then typically retool the store. Now, in this case, it is fairly rare. We see laundromats on Craigslist quite a bit where the operator is trying to sell said business. They've failed. They didn't know what they were getting into in the beginning, and obviously they run to the cheapest and easiest place, Craigslist. Whether or not they go through a business broker or put a sign in the glass where, the actual laundromat consumer is never going to buy a laundromat. We understand each other. In this case, I don't need to know the history of the place. Just need to know if you're looking to lease it, we will happily throw our hat into the ring if the rent is commensurate for a laundromat and not Neiman Marcus, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the operator, their main business is not laundromats. They've been here for, I don't know, 15 or 20 years. They are still operating. Their lease rolled in December. We were talking to them about the potential renewal. It seems that we're pretty far apart on the rate. We bought this deal, I don't know, 3 years ago, and they had locked in their rate from the previous 7 years, 7 years prior to that. So we're pretty far apart on what they're paying versus what the market is at this point. So,
let me stop you if I could. I've heard this story before. I don't mean to interrupt. The market, let's talk about that. The market has very little to do with a laundromat. And I'll try to be your advocate here for a moment. I'm not only in this for myself, obviously, because I'll give you some advice. The market will bear X, and whatever X is, a laundromat cannot pay, nor should we. Reason being, I won't be operating the store the way it is. I'll have debt service on equipment. So this is a large store. I'll be spending over $300,000 on washers and dryers. You understand that. So why I'm interested is the fact that the gas, water, and electric is there. The environmental impact fees have been paid, frankly. It is on Craigslist, so obviously you're fielding calls from people that likely don't know anything about the business, and likely you're fielding calls from people that want to put a feather in their cap. For me, feathers blow away. I'm looking for a jewel in the crown, if you will. Market rate of rent has, again, very little to do with a successful laundromat. We do half of our business on Sunday, FYI. We play catch up the rest of the week. Do you go to a laundromat every week?
No, of course not.
Well, I don't know about of course not. I mean, I don't either. But having done this for 15 years and having stores in 3 states, I still don't frequent laundromats. And that's what's funny about it, not really understanding. If you and your group obtained this location in the strip mall only a few years ago, and this laundromat has been a thorn in your side, I don't blame you for wanting to level it or to take the laundry out and changing the defined use. I really don't. But what we can do for your group is give you a good offer, make you understand what commensurate rent really is. And it's likely less than what they are paying now because we need to get our feet back on the ground. We need to bring everybody back in. It's a sad dichotomy for me scooping up new stores, but I don't buy the store. I don't build the store. I do what we are doing now. So you've got an operator that wants to vacate. They want out, but because they have these other businesses, be it a doctor, a lawyer, or a candlestick maker, they'll never break their lease because they're scared to death to do that. I get it. Am I right so far?
No, I think they are open to staying. It's hard to not explore these other options if we're so far apart on rent with these guys.
Sure.
And I like them. They're great. They've been great tenants.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's just we've got 30 other shopping centers around the Metroplex that have other existing laundromats in them. We have extensive relationships with other operators who, when we started to get the, delayed responses from our tenant, we reached out to a bunch of the other guys that we know, and they're able to kind of make it work. So
good, yeah. Well, when I look at it, first things first. The color on the walls is wrong. Does it matter? It's not a hospital, but there's just different methods that we use. Obviously, there's no intelligentsia. They're not running 24/7. I'd get rid of all those top loaders right away. They're there for no reason. And let me do this. I'll send you an email if and when these other offers fall through, or you want us to throw our hat in the ring. Like I said, no skin either way. I will send you an email. I'll send you a little how do you do. We're not going to put an LOI together for you. You can answer 2 questions for me. What's the square footage there, and what would be your best commensurate rate? What are you looking for?
Why don't you give me your email? I've got all that information in an email ready to go.
Okay.
And you'll have it all. If you want to throw your hat in the ring, you'll have all the information.
Well, I don't get into bidding wars, but I will look at the info since those two questions can't be answered simply on a phone call. I'll text you my email address.
Well, the size is a little over 3,500 square feet. The base rent is $20 a foot. The nets are $708 a foot. We can do a long-term deal. I've got floor plans, the marketing package, site plan.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Email.
First I got a text from you to just send the email. I prefer the spoken word. We're not miles apart, but again, you have to have rules you live by, the stuff your father tells you growing up, and I don't get into bidding wars. So I'll send you an email here in 10 minutes. My name's Danny D'Angelo, my partner, Mr. Harris, and let us know. It sounds like you've got some prowess here all over Dallas, so if you run into another laundry with infrastructure, we're interested there as well.
That's a good, that's interesting. So will you look at something that's not a laundromat currently?
Good question. No, I don't build laundries because recouping that cost is almost impossible. The environmental impact fees alone are killers. Hence the reason we're interested in this spot.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Sounds
Charlie.
good. If you need anything else, do you have my email?
We're going to text that. Text me yours.
Okay.
Thanks. Good God in heaven. All right. So I know what I think because I do this all the time, but I'm limping this guy along. There are certain rules and standards, and he's at $20. Where do we want to be?
1 and below.
So do you think that he's $19 away from success for you?
Hell no.
No. You understand what 20 is, right?
Of course.
It's the same as 12, which is the same as 1.
You said 20? Hold up. Back up. You said what again?
He wanted $20 a square foot base, right?
Uh-huh.
What do we want?
$1 square foot.
So are we $19 away from making a deal?
No.
Why not?
That's a long way. I mean, so...
But just simple math. He wants to collect what?
$19 over more than what we want to pay.
Wrong. No. Incorrect. And I'll explain.
Good deal. Educate me.
When a landlord says $20 per square foot, he's referring to $20 per year.
20 per year. Gotcha.
Don't write any of this down. It's not going to make a bit of sense. Just listen.
Okay.
When a landlord says he wants to collect $20 per square foot, he's referring to a yearly rate. Period. When we say $1, we're referring to monthly rate. Period.
Gotcha. Okay. Now I see what you're saying.
Well, don't say you got it because it's math. Because we're not there yet. I'm not finished.
Gotcha.
So $1 per square foot per month is how much per year?
1,200.
Well, not 1,200. No, we don't know how big the space is. It won't be 1,200 in a 4,000 square foot spot.
Well, 35.
This is my horrible... Okay, we're not talking about this space. We're talking about generalities. This is my horrible, evil math teacher talking now.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
When a landlord says $10 a square foot, is that good or bad?
$10 per square foot. That's bad because we want to
because he's just asking for 80 cents. We just said that $12 per year is where we want to be. 12 equals 1. It's like saying the same thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you punch your hole through the wall in your house and that white chalky stuff comes out, you go to Lowe's or Home Depot to buy a new sheet of it, what are you going to ask for?
Ask for another replacement.
I'm sorry, sir. I only speak English. A replacement for what?
The sheetrock.
Sheetrock. Aisle 1. However, if you take the contractor's test. It's called drywall.
Gotcha.
Why do you got me?
You just corrected me on the
It's the
pronunciation.
same term. It's a different term for the same thing. Sheetrock and drywall are the same thing. If you come to Home Depot and I'm working there with my apron on and you say, I need some sheetrock, I'm not going to say, it's drywall, sir. I'm going to say aisle 1. When a landlord says $12 a square foot, he's talking about $1 per square foot per month. It's the same thing. If I say 80 cents, it's the same as about $10. Now, when he said $20 a square foot, are we $19 away from success?
Yes.
Oh, God. Lord in heaven.
So 20 is per year. That's what he's stating, correct?
Clear your mind, and I'm going to ask the same question with the same inflection in my voice. When he says $20 per year, and what we want is, when he says $20,
Per year.
no,
So
he didn't say per year, neither did I. It's common language. It's dry. Hey, hand me a piece of drywall.
I'm sorry, it's sheetrock.
No one said per year. It was understood. It's jargon. It's common language. Nowhere during that call did I say per year, nor did he. Let's clear our minds. When he said $20, are we $19 away from success? You still don't understand any of this, and that's okay. That's why I'm still talking.
yeah, I'm still trying to, I don't. You got me confused, Daddy. So with that being said, $12.
Here you go back to the paper again. Don't try to write it down. It's simple. It couldn't be easier. It's 1 plus 1. If you have a 2,000 square foot facility and your rent is $1 per month, how much is your rent per month?
$2,000.
Excellent. It's not $20,000 a year though, is it?
No,
Why?
because you have 12 months.
Bing. 12, not 1. That's
Gotcha.
the difference. Landlords think in terms of years. Typical tenants think in terms of months. We go into the call wanting to give him $12 a year, and he says $20 a year, not a month. If it was $20 a month, your rent would be $75,000 a month. Come on.
Gotcha. So this one is technically 80 cents.
No. Now you're thinking $20 a month. He's talking about year. 80 cents is $10.
Oh, so pretty much it's a little bit over $1 per month.
Take 20 minus 12. What do you have left?
8.
That's the disparity. $8 per year, which is about 60 some odd cents per month.
Yeah, so like
His asking rate of rent is not completely preposterous, off the wall, ridiculous, is it?
no, it's not.
When he said $20, you were on the phone listening into that call probably thinking, oh no. His triple nets are $7.08. He said that.
And
You didn't write it down. I did. I implored you on the beginning of the call, please write everything down because you will forget. You would not have remembered $7.08. No matter what you did in your previous life, you are now doing this and that. So please, I implore you, take good notes. All I'm going to do with this gentleman is send him a canned standard email introducing ourselves. This is not a deal. Why?
That with you, Danny, that's a rhetorical question. So I'm gonna just say
I don't ask rhetorical questions. I said it on the call. The rules of life, what my father taught me, you don't get into bidding wars.
Yes. Okay, I do recall that.
Keep a close physical eye on this laundromat. If and when something changes, you let me know. Maybe they chain the doors shut. Maybe this current operator decides that he's going to retool the store. Maybe they leave and they put another sign. Putting this on Craigslist is cheesy. This guy acted like he's a high roller landlord's agent. He's not.
Sound like it was his nephew or something.
Oh, that's one of the things that we use is Craigslist. Real brokers don't use Craigslist.
That's why I made sure I put it in the comments.
Because you're going to end up with knuckleheads who want to someday perhaps maybe own a laundromat calling you and wasting your time. And that's likely why he texted me instead of calling me. And that's why I texted him and said, bro, been doing it 15 years. We need to have a conversation. He corrected me when I said that this current operator owns other businesses. He told me that. I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
Keep pounding the pavement. I have a YouTube video somewhere about $1 equals 12. And now I have 2.
All right.
Talk to you.
All right, man.